Robotaxi has launched. If you're not thinking that the future is here, if you're not investing, then I don't know what you're doing. But I'm going to make more videos when I'm going to clarify a bunch of stuff that's going on and some of the strategies I plan to take in regards to this. But let's just watch this. As I said, if you don't think this is completely amazing, you have no idea what's coming. No idea. And they go to your house, delivered. Isn't that incredible? Wow, let's see. So this is another
But usually
video
just try.
in regards to a Tesla getting stuck, road work. This is, by the way, the full self-driving, just to show you the levels that's currently on. All right, it's predicting, that's the car, you can see the blue road right there. It's about to come across a blocked road, a rock that's blocked off because they're doing some work. And let's just see what happens.
Tries to go around them, and with that in mind, I was expecting to need to take over as we approach this construction zone ahead, because as you can see, there's a pretty large gap on the left that'd be pretty easy to fit through. But surprisingly, this time it actually appears to be thinking through this, and considering the road closed sign, it ends up correctly choosing to detour by going to the right and rerouting instead.
Look at that.
Very nicely handled. Now it just needs to do that a little bit more consistently. Full self-driving.
Genius. So don't forget, it's been learning from us humans, because every single Tesla you see on the road has been equipped with cameras all around, and it's been learning from human errors. This, we're talking about like trillions worth of data, tiny little things, observation skills on lock. It's been applying this now, Dojo and all of this stuff. I don't want to get into too much detail, but we're about to check out another video so you can see the Robotaxi.
We're heading over to Auditorium Shores. We'll be there in 5 minutes, and here is the screen. I will tell you, it is a this is my second ride. The first one will be up very soon. I'm going to record a podcast with Hans, and then we'll get it up on the interwebs, as they say. Super smooth. It's literally like riding in a Tesla, just hanging out. And there's no driver, zero drama. We have our wonderful safety rider making sure everything's safe. There's some buttons here you can check.
And listen to what he said, making sure everything is safe. He's just a monitor, that's it. He's not intervening, he's not controlling the car, he's not driving with a little button on the side. You know, he's just there to just make sure everything is running smooth. Basically, not even basically, I don't need to use basically in this sentence. The car is driving itself. He's just there to make sure there's no weirdos or anyone trying to, you know, jeopardize or trying to ruin the company's image by force. You know, the competitors are out there. They could send people. So, yeah, monitoring. Does that make sense? But the car is driving itself. Incredible.
You can sort of like look at the AC. You can look at the app drawer. You can also listen to your music. So this is actually connected to my thing with my account, and I was listening to Metallica on my Cybertruck, and because I connected with my account, the app, the Robotaxi app, it just preloaded all the settings that I have tied to my account, to my profile on my Cybertruck. And yeah, it's just so smooth, just no drama. Hanging out, there's no driver, there's no like ghost person up there for all the people that are like, you need LiDAR to get this going. Guys, look, there's like nobody there. All right?
Zero LiDAR.
There's nobody there. But yeah, super exciting day. I am so excited for the Tesla team. Yeah, and they deserve every bit of success that's coming their way, because they're absolutely crushing it. This is just so smooth. I cannot explain to you just how smooth it is. It's literally, it's just like you're being chauffeured by the best driver in the world. That's it. It's that simple. And the car's super comfortable. You can control the AC. If I want to turn this into an icebox, I can, but I won't, because I don't want to, you know, freeze us both to death. So, yeah. So there is my quick reaction on my second Robotaxi ride. The first one in full will be live here very soon. All right.
So let's see another.
And starts pulling out of the spot. And even though those tiny little flags on the ground are really the only indication of how to get out of here, it does find its way to a row of cars who are also leaving and seems to understand that's probably the direction it should go as well. You can see the flagger there waving people out as this was the only exit, and I also think it's interesting how it's rendering a kind of like a road and boundaries for where it thinks it can drive. Obviously there are none in real life, but it's imagining something there, but doing a really good job of playing this little game of follow the leader, even through these areas where it gets even more bumpy. You can see it's pretty rough terrain right here, but in the end, it does successfully find its way back onto an actual road and leaves the event all on its own. Pretty impressive stuff. Engaging full self.
So far from all these videos that I've shown, what have we learned? Okay. I'm going to show you another video. I believe it's by
Today is my 40th.
Dave Lee. Dave Lee Robotaxi. If we just type Dave Lee Robotaxi. In fact, let's just do this. Let's just type Robotaxi. Okay. And then we'll see what come up. And then we'll put Tesla. I'm sure there are some crazy, insane videos that's been out recently. And Waymo that will charge you way more money. I'm sure are starting to shake in the boots. Tesla Robotaxi, let's see. So Tesla Robotaxi makes unprotected left. The rain, let's see, because some people I'm sure will try to bring a bad light to this. Tesla Robotaxi, we don't want CNBC News because it's just gonna get copyright for no apparent reason. 4 days ago, that's the one by Dave. 5 days ago now, in fact 2 days. Okay, so 5 days ago, and then this. So he done a comparison. We could quickly see that one. I'll open that one, another tab. And then, by the way, let me know your comments in the comment section down below. What do you think in regards to this? Tesla Robotaxi changes his mind. Investor. Okay, let's click on Farzad's one. We'll pause these ads, don't worry, and then we'll get to it. I'm not going to do heavy editing on this video. I want it to be as authentic as possible.
Okay, so we're in. I just got to put on my seatbelt here, and then we can start the ride.
So this is the full video.
Fantastic. And then there's a button right here. It says start ride. And there we go.
The clip we watched, I think.
And then it's got the map. So we're going to arrive in about half an hour. Sorry, in about 13 minutes. And then as you can see, we got a screen here, and we got our wonderful safety rider keeping us nice and safe from the
Can you see how many people it's detecting?
in the car, I guess. And as you can see there on the screen, it looks very similar to what you would see on a regular Tesla, like the Model Y, especially on the refresh. So yeah, so far nothing very different from a typical Tesla. You got the rear screen, you got a pullover button right there on the left, you got a support button, you have apps, you have an AC. It's currently at 66, which is fantastic because it's freaking hot as hell right now. We just got some rain too, so it's humid. You have a arrive in 13 minutes at 2:31, and it exited the parking lot very nicely, very confidently. So yeah. And so I'll try to put a good vantage point here so we can all see how this thing rides. It is one of the newer Model Ys, the newest Model Ys actually. So this is going to be nice and comfortable, super nice seats. Anybody who's owned a Tesla, everybody knows that the newer Model Ys were a big improvement over the legacy ones, which I have. I have a performance one. Yeah, so far, it rides, the performance of FSD is very similar to that of the FSDs that I've been exposed to. So super smooth, behaves very human-like. It's very, I don't know, just so far, just very normal. nothing to write home about. So,
By the way, for all
yeah,
my
pretty
people who don't
exciting.
know,
I didn't catch your
when he's saying FSD, he's referring to full self-driving, okay? Because there are a bunch of new people who are investing and they have no idea. So yeah.
name, by the way. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I caught your name.
Oh, it's Evan.
Devin?
Evan.
Oh, Evan. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Must be an exciting day. Long time. Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, the guy is trying not to respond, I believe. I think he was just told do not respond. I don't think he responded.
Exciting day. Long time. Yeah, man.
Yep, told not to respond.
Awesome. Yeah, we're just hanging out in here, chilling. Big chilling.
Yeah, he was told not to respond. You could
Right
just
now, it looks
see.
like on the app when I showed you guys before we went live here, it does look like it's a geofence area in South Austin, so south of the river. There are some spots you can get around here. Almost all, I think every other self-driving or ride-hailing self-driving company has done this very similarly, where they've picked a small area that they want to launch in, and then after picking that small area, they test everything and make sure everything performs well. And then after they do that, they start expanding. So it's pretty obvious that Tesla's doing the same exact thing here. What was nice is the wait time to get this car was actually pretty quick. It was only 5 minutes. The app said a little bit longer, but I guess we were one of the very first ones to hail a ride, which is pretty exciting. That turn was very smooth. Again, it's performing very similarly to how FSD performs in just any old Tesla. I made that lane change really nicely. We have a left turn coming up here in about half a mile, so very good so far. No drama, which is what you want, of course. Last thing you want when you're driving around is drama. Quiet, comfortable. Oh, look, wait, this is connected to my, I just realized this is connected to my Spotify. It's got Metallica back here. Hold on a second. Can I play my Metallica? Oh my God, I can play my Metallica from back here. Look at that.
Bro, you trying to give us a copyright strike or something? Get out of here.
In my
with that.
Cybertruck, and I have the app. I logged in with my Tesla login, and it looks like it carried over the song I was already playing in my Cybertruck to this, which kind of makes a lot of sense, because if they're going to unify all the account stuff under like a single sign-on for all the services for Tesla, then it would make sense that it would do that. Real quick, up here you can also see the progress bar, so it says 8 minutes left over there, and you have sort of the car driving along with a 2:30 p.m. ETA.
Estimate the time
When
of
reading the
arrival.
documentation, that green light is that the camera's on, and then that orange light is that the microphone's on, from my understanding. So they're using all the sensors right now and all the different methods of capturing data right now, which is awesome. So here we got a left turn. We got some cross traffic coming in. The car is pulling up to the intersection and it's performing really nicely so far. There's a left turn with the car going around and saw that no problem, which is really good to see. And then it should have a spot here. Let's see if it takes it, and it totally does with a lot of confidence, which is just great. Look, it's so good. That's so good. I can't explain to you guys watching on camera how good that is, because in the earlier versions of FSD, those were the moments where you would pucker up. And in these latest versions, it's just like, it's no drama. It's so easy. And I can't overstate just how comfortable this car is. It's riding extremely smoothly, really nicely. Just very quiet, very comfortable. If I wasn't recording, I would have been banging some Metallica right now. But that will have to wait for some personal joyrides, I guess. And the fare was $4.20. For, I guess, all day today is going to be $4.20. Yeah, Elon's such a fucking troll. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. We got over to the left lane. We have a left turn coming up here in about a mile, 1.2 miles. So yeah, super easy so far. Over there on the main screen, I want to highlight this too, in case y'all don't see this. It says robotaxi. It says pull over, stop in lane, or support. I'm gonna assume this is for Evan here, our safety rider. In case he sees something he doesn't like, he can use those buttons.
I just want to quickly take this time to highlight what happened to all the trolls and all the haters. Oh, you need LiDAR. LiDAR is the only way that you can make this work. You need LiDAR. And from years back then, I'm telling you guys, Tesla's trying to solve vision. Look at a human being. Do we drive around with LiDAR? Or can you take a human being and place them anywhere around the world? They'll be able to drive. I don't care what rules they're in place. They will be able to maneuver and find a way to drive. Why? Because we've got sight. We've solved well, we were given vision. We didn't solve it. But Tesla's trying to solve vision, and they've already solved vision. The car can see. So technically, you should be able to now take the car and place it anywhere around the world, and it should be able to see. And if the car can see, how about the humanoid robot? You have no idea what is coming. No idea.
Buttons to control the screen from up there, but I'm also sure that once the safety rider is not needed anymore, for people that are probably riding in the passenger seat, they also have a screen they can access in case something goes weird and they want to sort of do something. Yeah, what else can I show here? So we got the rear screen again, just like any other Tesla rear screen. We got an arcade here, so we can probably play games. Yeah, so we got games we can play. We got an app drawer. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And then here's back to our map.
Netflix?
You can kind of see how we're progressing. So we'll be there in 5 minutes at 2:30, which is exactly what the app originally estimated our arrival time to be, which is great to see. And yeah, so we're driving along. Again, no drama, just chilling. For those that are not familiar with the technology that Tesla's using for self-driving, you've probably heard the word Waymo a bunch. Self-driving company. They've done an incredible job getting ramped up so far. They've taken an approach that I kind of call it's sort of a brute force approach, where they've taken every sensor imaginable to try and make self-driving work, and they have, especially in places like Austin, and they should be very much applauded for paving the way for companies like Tesla to come in and also have their offerings available for the public.
I would disagree. They didn't pave the way, to be honest with you. Yes, they used all of these things together, brute force, but they didn't think of longevity. Tesla's been thinking about this from years ago. From years ago. Elon Musk mentioned it. The team, they mentioned it, working on it. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it properly. And they chose to do something properly rather than getting started and then being limited, which is exactly what's going to happen to Waymo. You got started, yes, but you're limited. You don't have the infrastructure to take this global. The cars are already there with a over-the-air update. Domination, complete domination. You know, when now Tesla is producing, I don't even know why I'm shouting. You can tell I'm passionate about this. Today, Tesla can produce Waymo's entire fleet in not even most likely, I know, in one day. Global production, they can get that done in one day. And they've produced Waymo's entire fleet that they are servicing, what, 250,000 rides or something like that, that they're trying to brag about. So not only is it going to cost way more money, but it's just going to be less safe. Because I don't know about you, but I'd much rather a car that can see than it's relying on LiDAR. We've always seen how that works out, especially when emergency traffic vehicles are around. The car doesn't even pull over. There's a video that I can't even find anymore, but of a Tesla pulling off to the side because it saw an emergency ambulance with lights on heading towards it from behind, so it pulled over to the side to allow it to go through, when a Waymo car does not do that, and people could die because of that.
Public to use, like, you know, this, I'm one of the very first you know, paid rides in a robotaxi, in a Tesla robotaxi, which is just such a historic moment. But I think where Tesla is uniquely positioned is their approach uses cameras instead of LiDAR and radar and ultrasonics, which means that the cost per unit for the vehicle is going to be much lower. Doubly so that those cameras are going on the best-selling car in the world, which means that they're going to have a lot of scale, and they're going to be able to essentially make as many Waymo cars every 5 hours that Waymo makes, then the equivalent to Waymo's fleet. So in theory, if this release goes well and Tesla feels comfortable expanding their area of operation, they can make as many cars as Waymo has already in a couple of hours, and they can just dump them in the region, and then all of a sudden you have a competitor to Waymo that is like, you know, appears out of nowhere like that. And out of nowhere is kind of, you know, making it a lot easier than it seems, because Tesla's been working at this for a better part of 8 years and figuring out how to make the vision system work using artificial intelligence for their ride-hailing network. So
trying to perfect the visual cortex, but the whole point is that I even almost lost the train of thought. I was gonna say the point is they've been working on it for 8 years because of safety. That's it, because that's number one priority in Tesla's vehicles, safety, which is going to matter. Imagine you see one devastating accident happen in one of these taxis, self-driving taxis. I'm out. I'm not opting in. You see, so safety is at the forefront of everything. So it makes sense. I'll say more at the end.
It's really exciting to see. Again, this is very drama-free, you guys. Like, it's as if you're being driven around by a very considerate driver who doesn't, you know, hate you and is not trying to make you throw up. It's just very comfortable, very, very smooth. No drama, just chilling. And as you can see, I didn't even show this. There's nobody in the driver's seat, you guys. Look, there's nobody there. It's just, they either have the greatest cloaking technology in the world, or this car is just straight up driving itself.
Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, by the way.
As advanced as Tesla is, they probably haven't figured out cloaking technology yet. So, and another thing too is, like, it doesn't feel like the car is like driving itself. It feels like there's someone driving you because of how human it feels.
That's
how natural it feels. I think we've sort of correlated driving around smoothly with a human, but in reality it's just a robot that has learned how to drive like the smoothest human. And that's what we're seeing right now. It's, you know, with the AI approach that Tesla has taken, this is how they've been able to achieve this. We just made a left turn, no problem, super smooth. This is a result of years of work. Like, I can't believe this is actually happening. Holy shit, Evan, this is fucking awesome, dude. This is crazy. I can't believe the best-selling car in the world is just driving itself.
even the guy is shocked.
I don't think people really understand how big of a deal this is. This is like, it's unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable.
Got a little emotional yesterday.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. It's like the years of work and the doubt that has been out there, and people keep saying you have to have LiDAR, you guys are making it up, blah blah blah. And then I'm literally riding in one right now in Austin, Texas, and I paid $4.20. So this is not some gimmicky thing. This is a real service that has taken me from Terra Blacks to St. Edward's University.
It's amazing,
and
man.
as the network expands, they'll be able to go to more and more places, to the point where
global domination.
Almost anyone's going to be able to use this, hopefully in the next couple of years in the United States. And that's the true magic of this thing. And it's going to enable so many people access to transportation that maybe they don't have access to now. Imagine what this is going to do to downtrodden areas in the country where people can't afford, you know, to own their own car, they can't afford gas and they need to go to work. And then Tesla has this service available for them that they can hail, and hopefully it's very affordable for them because there's no driver to pay and the cars aren't that expensive to build, and it's super scalable. So they're going to have a ton of cars available for people to, you know, ride from. Man, this is just fantastic. So we just pulled up to our destination, which is at St. Edward's University. I just literally put it in a random spot, and we're in a parking lot right now, and the car looks like it's going to park in one of these spots here. It's probably just going to stop here for me. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Awesome. And so we're here, and it says, please exit safely. Thank you for riding Robotaxi. All information will be cleared for your privacy and security. Fantastic. Awesome. Well, Evan, thank you so much, dude. Congratulations. Huge congrats, dude. You guys deserve this. I hope you all have a real nice party tonight because you deserve it, man. This is fantastic, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, and I'm gonna get out of the car and I'm gonna go cook in the sun for a little bit while I hail my next one. So, all right, take it easy, brother. Yep. All right, and so we're gonna close this door and then we're gonna watch it go. He's checking back in the back, make sure I didn't leave anything. Oh, there it is. And that's the car. Fantastic. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that.
So let's see the comment section real quick. 2000. The safety guy's job is to keep Farzad from getting too hyped and accidentally screwing with the car. That is funny. Evan was not being rude. His job is to monitor the car and he must 100% full attention. He would get the blame if anything. Evan was not being, yeah, everyone was just defending Evan. Yeah, what guy? He done his job. He spoke when he needed to. Yeah, Evan did an amazing job. 100%. The whole comment is backing up Evan. But yeah, guys, this is top notch, man. This is the kind of, wow, it makes me want to make way more Tesla videos, man. Goodness me. Should I buy a Tesla, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Should I buy a Tesla and do all of this stuff? You know, Tesla influencer kind of stuff, and document my whole Tesla journey, building back up from zero to hero. Let me know, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below anyways. And yeah, do you see this coming to the UK worldwide, Tesla actually being able to accomplish this mission? Or do you think this is just going to flop and way more going to dominate and all sorts? Like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.